Dear student, welcome to my channel. This is the 32nd video on C programming. Now we will continue with the string exercises. Now let us start. Exercise number 11. Write a program to convert all lowercase letters in a string to uppercase. So if example input is hello, then output should be capital hello. So for this program we just require to do with the ASCII. Now small value of A to Z that starts with 97 and capital A2 that start with the capital 65. So that difference is what? 32. So we require to do the either addition or subtraction. So when we convert from lower to upper, at that time we require to subtract because uppercase characters are having a less value, and when we want to convert from uppercase to lowercase we require to add 32. So now the program is very easy. Enter the string into lowercase, scanf percentages, there is no need of ampersand, so I have explained in my previous video. Input string, for I equal to 0, input string of I is not equal to null character. So when null character comes, this condition fail, but until and unless null character is not there, this condition is true and it will go into the loop. Upper I is equal to input string of I minus 32, end of I. After that, this is very important statement that we require to add null character here. Otherwise when we print the output, at that time it will print the capital string as well as some garbage value. So we are adding upper of I is equal to null character and printf upper. Now go to the next program. Write a program to convert all uppercase letters in a string to lowercase. The program is exactly same, only instead of subtraction we require to do the addition, because the capital A is 65 and small a is 97. Small a is 97. So difference is what? 32, and they are continuous. So as the characters are given as capital, so 65 is given, so we will add the 32 to get the corresponding values in lowercase, and after that the next input is lower of I is equal to null character, and we are printing the lowercase string. Now next program is very easy. Write a program to encode a string by shifting each character by one position. So this program is very easy, but such type of programs are used in security, so or encoding techniques. Now instead of when A is there we want B, when B is there we want C. So what we require to do, that is encode of I is equal to input string of I plus 1. So there is no need that you should add with the 1. So if example is given A, and if for A if we want C, then we require to make the addition of 2. And after that, this is very important statement, encode of I is equal to null character, and it will print the output. Write a program to rotate the characters of word in a cyclic order. Now in my previous videos of array, I have already explained the role of this percentage operator. So here also we are using the percentage operator. Now see the enter the string, so we have accepted the string. So for example, if word is there, we require to do the rotation. So first ordw, then rdwo, then dwor. So in this way we require to do the transition. For example, length is 4, so we require to perform the rotation for 3 times because the 4th rotation is already given in a word. Now for that we require the length of the word. So this is the loop for I equal to 0, length equal to 0, string of character is not equal to null, I plus plus length plus plus. So this length will give the length of the string, so length is printed. Now here how many times we require to iterate the loop? If length is 4, we require to iterate the loop for 3 times. So this outer loop is only for printing the number of iteration, that is outer loop is for the row. So I equal to 1, I is less than n. So here I started with 1, so that's why it will go to 1, 2, 3, and because less than n, so it will not goes to the 4 because we want 3 iteration. But if you want to start with the 0, you can start with the 0. At that time you require to make length minus 1. So based on that condition you can write down. Now this is the important loop and this is the heart of the program. Now here the program is going into the loop for 3 times, and 3 times it will print. Now I will explain in the next slide. Now see, now next time what you want, ordw. Now see this is a printed ordw, you want this ordw. See, j equal to I, where I have started I equal to 1 because we want from 1, j equal to I, j is less than. Now we will see up to how much we want to go, but I will just explain this statement, and after that I will explain this up to what limit we have to go. Now see, you are started with loop 1, so you require to go for 4 times, 1 2 3 4. Now length is what? 4, and 4 plus 1, because I is 1, so 4 plus 1 is what? 5. So as you have started with 1 and less than 5, so it will goes 1 2 3 4, and we want to print that location only. Now fourth, we are on the fourth location null character is stored, but we are not taking the fourth location, but we are taking j mod length. Now see, initially j is 1, 1 mod 4 is 1, 2 mod 4 is 2, 3 mod 4 is 3, 4 mod 4 is 0. So it will take not this location, but it will take which location? 4 mod 4 is 0. So it will this take a location, 0th location, and on 0th what is stored? W. So it will print ordw. Next time see, I becomes 2. When I 2, it will becomes 2 2, it will goes to the 6. See, 2 to 6, 2 3 4 5. Then less than 6, that's why it is 2 3 4 5, because 2 plus length is 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6, that is less than 6. Less than 6 is nothing but 5. 2 3 4 5. Now see, so on 2 it will print what? R. Then it will print D. But next time what will happen? It will making the mod operator. So what will happen? That becomes 4 mod 4, so it becomes 0. Then 5 mod 4 becomes 1. So in this way it is printing the character. So it will print W and O. So in this way W and O is printed. Next time I 1 2 3. Next time I becomes 3. So it will start from the third location this. But after that we are adding, or we are taking the mod operator. So even if that j is incremented, it will take the mod. So it will take again 0 1 2, that is WOR. So in this way we use, this is nothing but the logic building, that how much type we want to iterate, then how much iteration it will take. So if you are at the initial stage of programming, so you require to do this on the paper. So when you do with the pen and pencil, then pencil and paper, it would be that logic will built in your mind, that how to do this program. So here, and the another logic is use the percentage sign. Next is write a program to count the frequency of each character in a string. Now this program is again very easy. Now here, for that what we require to do, the count the frequency of each character. So it's all depend on you how you want to do the program. What I did, I will store the characters into the into the character array, and this is nothing but the frequency count. So for I equal to 0, see, for I equal to 0, I is less than 27, I plus plus, I have stored frequency of C of I equal to 0, because initially assumption is that all characters are 0. So frequency of C is equal to 0, and after that what I have added, for I equal to 0, I is less than 26, I plus plus. Even I can make this variable as 26, because only I guess 26 characters are there. So for I equal to 0, I is less than 26, I plus plus. This is again the logic building step. I use 27. Why? Because I have added that character, null character, but here it is not required because we are passing the explicitly value 26. But if you want, you can do that. I have added because I am printing this string, that's why I have added. Then frequency of I is equal to I plus 97. Now see, I is 0, 0 plus 97, 97 is small a, so it becomes 97. Then I become 1, it become 98. So it will print A to Z. So in this way A to Z gets stored, and after that on the last location I stored the null character, and after that I have printed the frequency. So it will print all characters from A to Z. Now what we require to do now, and already I have make their count equal to 0. See, for I equal to 0, I is less than 27, so up to 26 it will store, and here it will make all characters what? That is 0. Now we will take the input string. Now after that we will accept the input string, and for each character we will check whether this character belongs to, for example, the input is S, so it will iterate from small a to S. Now if match, what it does, it will just increment that particular frequency of J. See, J variable, frequency of J is equal to frequency of J plus 1. So initially S counter is 0, now S counter becomes 1. As S each match, so there is no need to check the next values. So we will do the break, and break is always from the loop. So it will break from which loop? This for loop. After that, this is the end of J. Next it will take the character. Now U character comes. Now when U character comes, it will go from again A to U. Match happens, then it will increment that frequency and again break. Then next is C, it will match, break. C match break, so that particular corresponding counter gets incremented, and after that I am printing just the output, that is for I equal to 0, I is less than 26, I plus plus. If frequency of C, if I am printing only when the frequency is greater than 0, I have printed this character is present for percentage %d times. So for example, C present for 2 times, E present for 1 time, S present for 3 times, and U present for 1 time. So in this way, and this loop is repeated for how many times, that is how many characters, that much character is repeated this loop. I have to check, actually this is I equal to 0, so it should be I is less than 27. So that is a small minor mistake. Even when you are doing the program, you can understand, because total characters are 26 and therefore it should go from less than 27. Now program to remove all duplicate characters. So in array, I have taken already that program to repeat or to present the unique number in array. But if you feel that difficult, so here there are 2 ways, either maintain separate strings or do in one string. So I have did the program with maintaining the separate strings, but if you once you get familiarized, you can do in a one string, that you require to do the repetitive deletion operation. Now see, I have done the program with the maintaining the separate string. So now see what we require to do, programming. So what I did, initially my string is empty, then I will take the first character from this string, it will match with this empty string, no character, no match takes place. If no match takes place, I am copying this character, for example P. Next R character comes, I will match with this, now only P is present, not match, R will go here. Then O, now I will explain for M. For example, initially this M goes here, right? After that next M comes, then it will check with this, now match happens. So but when match happens, what you require to do, you require to break also, and you don't want to copy that. That is nothing but the simplest logic. Now see, string is accepted here. Now for I equal to 0, input string of I is not equal to null character I plus plus. For j equal to 0, j is less than k. So what is the k? K is nothing but this empty string, and initially k is 0, j plus plus. Now if it is match, then what we have to do, we don't want to copy here, so I have kept flag equal to 1 and break is always from j loop. So when we come out of the loop, for example, if m is already stored and when next m comes, this condition happens and flag equal to 1 and break. When flag equal to 1 break means that particular character is present in this string, so there is no need to copy again. But if not, then flag remains 0. So when flag remains 0, what I am doing, I am just copying that input string character into temp of k, and I am incrementing the k plus plus. So initially k is 0, so it will not match, it will copy. Then k copied at 0th, first character copied at 0th location, and after that it increments 1. So that's why the logic is very important. If you remember the program, what will happen, you are doing if you remember the program or mug up the program, what will happen, you are making k plus plus, then this, that cannot be happen. So you require to think logically when for every single line you are writing in a program other than comment. And after that, this is end of k. Now I have added this null character explicitly, and I have printed the temp. So I have not printed the output of this program, but output of this program is what this, it will do. This programming is given, it will give program. Now this program can be make simplified, but for you people I make again simple type of logic. So we want to check whether 2 strings are anagrams or not. So for example, listen and silent, they are anagrams. Why? Because if you copy, if you see the character, L is present, here L is present, I is present, I is present, S is present, S, E and T, all characters present. So they are not in a sequence, but they are present, then they are called what? Anagrams. So for that program, what we require to do, what I will make 2 array. For example, see, this is 2 array, and I have used same logic. So here, for example, first L comes, I am keeping that all counters. For example, L comes, so what I am doing, I am taking this L and I am incrementing the frequency counter. Next comes I, then it will increment the I frequency counter 1. Next time it comes S, it will increment the counter 1. Then next T, 1, E, 1, N, 1. Now see, I have stored that A to Z characters. I have insert the null character, then I have printed all that string. I accept the first string, I accept the second string. So I will explain this loop because second is similar. But when you get enough practice, you can write down these two loops in a single loop by using the input string of I is not equal to 0 or input string of I is not equal to 0. But if you are at initial stage, write down separately. It does not any it will work, and it will work so that you get clear understanding of the program. Now see what happen is this program. For example, when L comes, it will check with all that 26 character. If that match happens, then L is going to be matched with that all 26 characters. If match happens, I am incrementing that particular location frequency. So frequency C of J is equal to frequency of J plus 1. So that's why for L it becomes 1, I becomes 1, S become 1, then E becomes 1, N becomes 1, and T becomes 1. Now I am passing the second string. So when second string pass, what will happen? First is S. Now initially S frequency is 1, now it becomes 2. SI, it becomes 2, it becomes 2, it becomes 2. Now see, even if characters are present, now see, the output should be even only, then only there is a match. For example, it may happen that first string contains 2E, so second string should contain the 2E, so their count happens to be 4. That is always at the end of the scanning of the first string and second string, this frequency count should be always contains all even numbers. If even, then they are the anagrams. So this is nothing but what? Logic building. Now see, for I equal to 0, I is less than 26, I plus plus. If the frequency count is not multiple of 2, then you have to break, because not matching possible, and they are not. If flag equal to 1, they are not anagram. But if this continuous, that is we are checking what? Frequency C array, and it contains all which entries, either odd or even. But if it contains the even entries, then only it is correct. If it is odd entries, so it may happen that they are not anagram. So in this way you require to write down the program. So if you understood the 16 program, to understand the 17 program is very much easy. Now in my videos of array, I have explained the bubble sort, so I am not explaining the here again. So here what you require to do, you require to sort the characters. So either you can use the selection sort, various types of sort techniques are there, but for simplicity you can go for bubble sort. So this zebra is there, and what you require? A, B, E, R, Z. So what we require to do? First input string, then we find out the length, and after that this loop is entirely same as our bubble sort. So if you understand the bubble sort in one dimensional array, so the conditions are same. Even I have explained in detail with loop, that is each pass, in each pass what happens. So why flag equal to 0, why we are using this condition, I have explained in detail. So this is nothing but the program. Now you try for this program. Write a program to remove all vowels from a given string. For example, input is education, output is DCM. So here I have make a vowels array. So what I will do, first I will take character E. I will check this E character is present or not here. It is present. So when if it is present in a vowel, I don't want that take characters. So I will do what? Flag equal to 1, and I break, because it is present in a vowel, break. And if flag equal to 0 means it is not present in a vowel, at that time I have copied. For example, see, for E we are not copying, for D it will not match with the vowels, we will come out of the loop. At that time our flag is 0. That's why in programming flag concept is very important. When to do the operation, when not to do the operation, it's all depend on the flag. So flag 0 means not match with the vowels, so we are copied in a new string. So this program can be done with the same string also, but at initial stage you don't do, but after some practice you just do the program in such a way that whenever vowel is there, you are removing that particular character. So there you are doing the continuous deletion in a string. That can be also possible. Now see, for this program also I am using the same previous logic. When input is banana, output is most frequent A. So what I use 26 character. I use their frequency count. Initially frequency count is 0. So for example, if B comes, the frequency of B becomes 1. A comes, frequency of A becomes 1. Then N comes, frequency of N becomes 1. Next, A frequency increases, N frequency increases, A frequency increases. So in this way it will happen. After that we require to write down the program of what? Finding out the large from the frequency count array. And we have already seen the program of finding the largest element from an array. So here you accept the string. Here when character matches with, you increment the frequency count, and once frequency count match, you find out the largest number. So once you understood the basic programming from the C, most of the programs concept depends on the one dimensional array. So I request you to first clear the concept of one dimensional array, then it is very easy to understand all programs of string. Thank you.